Hegseth. A lot of big headlines coming out today, a lot of developments coming out. Take a look at this. Hegseth has ordered an urgent meeting of top generals and admirals. This is coming out today, September the 25th. Hegseth is said to have summoned U.S. military brass from around the globe. The unusual directive, without stated reason, came after the defense secretary fired several top officers and ordered a reduction in 4-star officers. Many are saying that we could be preparing for war here. Hegseth orders hundreds of military commanders to Virginia for an unprecedented meeting. Now, this comes as well earlier today. I shared with you. Take a look at this. The U.S. scrambled jets after Russian warplanes entered international airspace in Alaska. We saw those warplane bombers entering. They said it was international waters along Alaska. That came out this morning. Apparently that took place yesterday. And take a look at this. NATO, EU have declared war on Russia through Ukraine. Lavrov claims coming out today. A lot of these headlines here you can see. Actually, I think all of them coming out today. NATO is at war with Russia, says the Kremlin, as drone incursions continue in Europe. Live updates. The Economic Times reports Russia threatens World War III if NATO attacks its combat jets. Lavrov says the U.S.-led military alliance and EU declared war on my country, and there are threats coming out to the United States as well. Nuclear threats. Actually, let's take a look at this headline lower down here. 8 minutes ago, Putin ally fires nuclear warning at Trump's United States. So threats coming out directly to the U.S. as well. Things are intensifying today. And as I shared with you, I believe this one was yesterday, if I remember correctly, Russia says there is no choice but war. After Trump U-turned on Ukraine, he said, we are going the direction of war. And as you can see from the headlines coming out, it is intensifying. Russia foreign minister says Moscow is in a real war with NATO, Europe. Take a look at this. Netanyahu's jet largely avoids European airspace in unusual route to New York. They're saying just stay away from where there's potential conflict about to erupt. And the EU chief slams Russian aggression that threatens every nation at this time. And that is, we are hearing that we could potentially be going to war here, including the United States. And that's what a lot of people are saying. Hey, why is it that all of these generals and admirals are meeting in an urgent meeting on September 30th? What is taking place undisclosed? They're not giving the information as to what is going on. Let me know your thoughts. If a lot of big headlines.
I'm going to start by giving all praise to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Chakadash, the one that said Apostle Elders, Jim Ua, the teacher, I come out there pushing the word of truth serious and freeing your life. Do so more so than ever before because we're close to the end. Yeah, man, as you can see, there's a threat of nuclear war, and we've been saying this for many years, that it's inevitable and it's going to happen. It's only a matter of time. But, you know, people brush us off and they make fun and they scoff. They do the same thing to us like they did, you know, during the time of Noah, during the time of the Lord, during the time of Lot. You know, nobody really wants to believe until it's in your face, you know? So let's get, Slovakia, I don't want this. Let me get, hold on, Slovakia. I think I dropped it. This is, right. Jeremiah 50 verse, I start at 14. Put yourself in array against Babylon round about, or ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord. Right, what does this talk about, man? You know, thermonuclear missiles, all right? Or active war against Babylon, which is, you know, i.e. America, which is the whore that sits upon the 7 heads and 10 horns, which is a unification of kingdoms to form one kingdom, but it's spearheaded by the woman, which is America, which controls the dragon, in a figurative sense. All right. And it's the reason why, there's a threat of nuclear war is because of this very action. Right. And you can read the whole chapter. It's pretty much telling you how the Lord is going to do Babylon the Great, aka America. It says, Isaiah 13, verse 19, "In Babylon the glory of kingdoms and the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency should be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah." How did he do that? With fire and brimstone. That's how he successfully overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. Sent fire and brimstone from heaven. So what's going to be the modern day use of fire and brimstone? The thermonuclear missiles. All right, this is a reality and it's going to happen. All right. So, although we've been saying it for many years, it's a fact. It's going to happen. Verse 20, it should never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation, neither should the Arabian pitch tent there, neither should the shepherds make their fold there, right? Because once these nuclear bombs detonate, there's no recovery. It's over, it's over with. So they've been called, meetings about, NATO will head up with the bear, Russia, which is biblical prophecy. Joel 3, verse 9. "Proclaim ye this amongst the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty man, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up," right? Let them come up where? Valley of Jehoshaphat. Yahweh's decision. And he's going to plead with the nations there for what they did to the children of Israel. How they took them down, how you abused us. Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, by the way, are the children of Israel. So the Lord is going to plead on our behalf to punish the nations through war, this third world's war. Verse 14, multitudes in a valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in a valley of decision, right? And this is gonna spark a all-out international war. And tensions is already high. So, going into next year, man, it could be, of course, it's going to be even worse. So, brothers, look out for that. Again, more major headlines about, and they ain't not going